Halloween Megathread 2019. Sexy Halloween 5, Revenge of the Megathread.
It's 2019 and people still don't realize Sexy Holidays thread on AskReddit are a meme.
There's a cute girl in my physics lab, which is on Halloween. Should I show up to class in Tracer Jennings, from Overwatch? I'm a guy. I think I look pretty fire in them.
You just inherited $100 billion, what ridiculous thing are you spending money on after all the common sense and helping others spending is done?
I would buy New Zealand and rename it Middle-earth.
I drive a Ford Fiesta, I'm dipping it in gold.
I live in Canada. I would build a massive glass greenhouse on a private acreage and heat it up toasty and live in it surrounded by lemon trees and fresh tomatoes and veggies and make my own permanent summer.
Firefly Season 2. I'm going to build a giant maze designed after my fingerprint and hire someone to hang out in the middle in a Minotaur costume.
Stem cell research to get me that much closer to immortality.
Men who have been sexually assaulted by a woman, what's your story?
When I was a kid and one doctor jerked me off to check up on my health. It never bothered me until I got new doctor. I hate doctors now.
Experienced flirts of Reddit, what advice can you give for shy people on how to flirt?
Don't try to be too cute if you don't know what you're doing. Just be straightforward and have the confidence to be upfront about what you want.
Eye contact says more than you will ever know. Subtle of course.
Pretend you two are friends, it'll ease the tension. Be fun, don't be touchy unless they engage. This goes for both sexes.
You can tell how much a girl likes you by what she puts behind her ears. If she puts her ankles behind her ears, she really likes you.
People who have been extras on a porn shoot? What's your story? NSFW.
I used to DJ at a fuck club, swingers bar, or whatever you call them in your area. Not quite the same, but you just stop noticing the naked after a short while.
What's the fastest way to lose all of your friends?
Start dating a controlling/manipulative person. The kind that will lie to you about your friends to drive a wedge between you.
Finish school and enter adulthood.
A staring roll on To Catch a Predator should do the trick.
Get a divorce. Source, me.
Get sick with a chronic illness. Being disabled can be a very lonely thing.
Join a MLM.
Start critiquing them on all their flaws, all the time, every time. Edit just realized my username checks out lol.
People who had a teacher change their life. Who was your teacher and what did they do? What shouldn't we be ashamed about?
Not knowing something. People should be ashamed for putting down people who ask honest questions.
Poor choices that we made when we're younger. As long as the ship has been righted, hold your head high and carry on.
Things that happened to you or things you did as a child, before you were old enough to understand.
Your hobbies. If you enjoy it, who cares what everyone else thinks?
I don't want to. As a reason for declining an invitation. So many bullshit excuses are used. On the flip side, don't feel ashamed if someone doesn't want to do a thing you invited them to.
Our parents. You don't have to let your family define you. Going to therapy.
What screams I live on daddy's money?
I cannot go out tomorrow, I have to work. Just tell your boss that you want to do it, don't be afraid of him, who does he think he is? It happened to me, he works in his father's company.
People who claim to be financially independent but have never had a job.
Had an employee once who was fresh out of grad school. Paid him $60K. He drove a brand new 120K Mercedes, lived in a 4K/month penthouse, wore all bespoke clothing, etc. etc. His salary was definitely a blip on his financial radar. It was wild.
The foreign students who go to school in the expensive metropolitan city, pay international fees, don't attend classes regularly, and only wear designer brands. Obviously this is not reflective of all foreign students.
Having names like Jean Ralphio or Mona Lisa,